What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sharday Harmon and I do videos on self-care, beauty, and lifestyle. So if those things interest you, then hit the subscribe button. And today's video is going to be on this look right here. It is my go-to look. It's easy, it's quick, it's simple, but effective, and it's beat. So if that interests you, then keep on watching. Let's get into how I do my go-to makeup for pretty much any occasion, but when I want to feel a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more refined, put together, but still natural-esque, beat but natural-esque, if that makes sense. I don't like too much, but there are different layers and stuff that I like to do to give me that airbrush vibe. So we are going to get into it. So what I like to do first is prime. And I like to use, right now, is the NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer. And this is what it looks like. And I really like this primer. This is a dupe for the Smashbox primer, so really like this. So what I do is I add a couple of drops, and by the way, I will be looking down because my mirror is right here. So what I do is I add a couple of drops, and I have dry skin, by the way, that's why I really like this primer. Just a couple, and I massage that into my skin. Then what I like to do is do my eyebrows. Where are my eyebrows? Okay, and I like to use the NYX Precision Brow Pencil, and I do like the really thin tip, and this one is the more so, this one has more of like a square kind of tip, which I do like because I like to use this one on my no makeup days too, and it's really easy and effortless. So what I like to do is I like to brush all my hairs up and to the side. That's just the direction my eyebrows go, so you really want to follow the direction of your natural brow as much as possible so it looks as natural as possible. And then I like to underline my bottom row first. It's gonna be kind of hard because I'm not really super close up to a mirror, but I know my face really well. Okay, and then I like to do my top. I kind of like to outline what I'm going to do here. And then I like to do flicks upwards and outwards. Don't like too much. I don't like too much product in here because once you conceal, you can really tell that the eyebrows are really drawn on. So I just like to keep it really light and fluffy in the inner part. And then what I like to do is I like to brush it out. As natural as a brow I can get, that's what I'm going for. And the tips don't have to be perfect because you can always clean that up with concealer. So this really cuts down the time, and this routine is really fast once you get the hang of it. Oh my God, just broke on me. Go make it do what it do, baby. So that's done. Now I like to take one of my favorite brushes, and this is the Morphe M421, and it's a synthetic brush. It's very defined, it's small, and it allows me to be really precise. I love this for cleaning up my brows. And what I'll take is some Morphe concealer in C445. And this is what it looks like. So I like to put some on the back of my hand. So I just dab a little bit like that, just a little bit. Always start with a little and build your way up because it's a lot easier to build when you make a mistake than to try to take away, because this is paint, and once paint dries, it's harder to blend and it's harder to make it look nice. So I like to start like right here and work my way up to the brow, because sometimes I'll cut my brows short. So I might have to get really close to the mirror to do this, but I'm gonna try being in the camera. Let's see. But then I like to do that, and then I like to clean up the half part of my brow like this. And this is how you get that crisp edge, is by bringing it together on the top there. Okay, and I like to leave this with no concealer usually, just like I said, just to keep it looking natural. And so now we'll do the other side. Okay, you guys, I am so sorry that it was not recording for this eye part, but all I did was I took this Jackie Aina palette. This is my favorite palette, and I did one eyeshadow look. So I just took Ginger right here, and I went back and forth in my crease, and I left it at that. This is just concealer and some translucent powder on the lid. So then I put some a little bit of liquid eyeliner on, and I put some mascara on, and now I'm working on putting these lashes on. And these are just Beauty Supply lashes. I like to have a little variety of lashes. Some Ardell, some Beauty Supply, some mink lashes, just, you know, depending on my mood. And then this is the Duo Glue. I did mention that this glue right here by House of Lashes is my absolute favorite glue. I'm just all out. I have to re-up. So I'm gonna put some of this Duo Glue on. You do have to let this get tacky, have to let it dry a little bit. And then you need some tweezers, especially if you have curly eyelashes. You need some tweezers. So I've kind of been thinking about showing you guys a lot of like home decor, DIYs, certain things like that, because I'm really passionate about that at the moment. Of course, adding that beauty and that self-care aspect to everything, but I've just really been loving home decor. So let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more home decor videos from me. I have some classic YouTube videos coming up, like a what's in my purse, you know, little things like that. So let me know what you guys would like to see from me. Like, I've been loving your comments and all the people who take the time to comment and like my videos. I only have 2 so far, but I really do appreciate it. So let me know what you guys want to see. I want to give you what you want to see. So I know some people have been wanting to see how I do my makeup, so that's why I'm doing this today. But I do have a lot of variety of videos coming out for you guys, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, so this is tacky, and I might have to do this off of camera. Let's see. So I like to put my head back and look down. So let's. Okay, so I think that's the best it's going to get at the moment, because my real lashes are going this way, that way, and that way. So it's kind of hard to put lashes on when your eyelashes are acting crazy. So, but you know, we did it. So I really want to get into the skin. So I have my beauty blender here. I just used it yesterday. That's why it's looking all beat up. And what I like to do is I like to take some foundation. This is my favorite foundation. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and it's the undetectable medium to full coverage foundation. And I do prefer medium to full coverage foundations because I can dilute them down a little bit to get a more lighter coverage. I can do medium coverage, and then I can build them up to be full. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1 for me. And this is in the shade Chestnut. I'll shake it up a little bit, and I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand. Now, I don't like to use a lot of foundation for a few reasons. I don't really need it. Like, my skin is pretty clear as it is. Like, I like to just kind of get an even base, but also because sometimes it can look a little too cakey when you have too much makeup on, no matter what technique you use. And so what I like to do is I like to take the butt of my beauty blender and I like to dab a little bit in there, and I like to just blend it all over. And this is the only amount, this is how much I use for my face. So I like to dab that in all over. Get that little peach fuzz. Sometimes your spun can soak up a lot of your product, so sometimes I'll use a brush. Sometimes I use a beauty blender, but this is our quick little routine. So for a quick look, I like to use a beauty blender because I don't have to think too hard about how well it's going to blend. Take a little bit more. I don't like a lot of product on my forehead. For me, I have a natural contour on my forehead. You see how it's a little bit darker? I have a natural contour here. And when I cover it up with makeup and then add more contour to it, it's just a little bit too much product. So on me personally, I like to use as little as makeup on my forehead as possible. I like to use a little bit just to make it all look cohesive, but I don't like too much because then it looks cakey on me. Okay, now I like to use, when I want a little bit of brighter under eye, I like to use this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And it is a peachier corrector. It's very thick. It's taken me a very long time to get through this. And I'll just take a little bit with my finger. Probably like that much. That's all you really need. And I like to dab it right under my darker circles. Like so. And I like to dab it in because it is very thick, and I like the warmth of my finger to really help me blend it in. And it really just gives me a nice sheen under my eyes like that. You see that? So this is really nice for women who deal with hyperpigmentation. A lot of us do, and it's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed about, but these are just little tips if you want to use less concealer for a brighter look. This just kind of gives you a nice base that gives you a nice sheen to the under eye. That way light can reflect off of it. I like to use a little bit here on the tip of my nose, like so. Then I like to take one of my favorite concealers, Born This Way. And this is the multi-use sculpting concealer. And I love this. This is in the shade Mocha. And look how thick the Dofa applicator is. And I'll just take some, I'll go right under my eye, and I'll go right there. I'll take the other side to do that. And I like to take just a little bit up on the side of the nose. I'm kind of doing a little bit of reverse contouring. You see how that kind of made my nose a little bit more snatched without really doing too much. And then I'll take some in the tip of my nose and up. And then I like to take a little bit here. I really already have a big forehead. I don't need too much highlight on my forehead, but I do like to take just a little bit. It just kind of, when you have lighter colors and contours, you want everything to kind of look seamless. So I'm really only doing this because I don't want to just have a light under eye with everything else dark. I want everything to look like it's meant to be. So, and I'll just add just a tiny bit on my chin and just a tiny bit here under my nose, just to cover up that peach fuzz I got going on right now. So then I'll take the pointier end of my beauty blender, and this is damp, by the way. I put some water in, squeezed it out, and dried it a little bit. And I like to make this face. I like to look down because I have creases under my eyes. I like to look down, and I like to extend my face to widen up the creases to really blend inside of there. We all have a face. You don't want to overblend your concealer because it's going to take away the coverage you oh so desire. And whenever I have like a line where I can tell two different colors, I'll switch over to this end because this end still has some of that foundation product in it, and I'll blend it out that way. Now to take this a little bit further in the highlight department, which I do really like a bright under eye, I'm gonna take the same Morphe concealer in C415. And this is really bright. This is probably 2 or 3 shades lighter, but I like to go really light because once I set everything, it tones everything down. So if you make everything closer to your skin tone as it is and then set everything, it's going to look darker than what you intended it to be. So if you're setting your makeup, then you kind of need to go a little bit lighter, and I like to add just a little bit of this highlight right in the inner corner of my eye. I hope that was the right one. It was not. I meant to take this one in C3. It's okay. This one is way lighter. I knew it looked different than what I'm used to. Okay, so I'll take that and I'll blend it in. Again, I'm only staying close to my inner corner. Nothing is better than Beauty Blender, by the way. I've tried multiple sponges. The shape, the texture of it, the way that it cleans, the way that it lasts. Beauty Blender will forever be my favorite. So now we're looking crazy at this point, which is okay. I like to set my under eyes right away. So I love this Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Kunafa. I don't know. Kunafa. Girl, I don't know. But this is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. And this makes me look very airbrushed. So nice packaging. The powder doesn't get everywhere like a lot of setting powders. You see how they have that cover there? And then I like to take a little bit on my same Beauty Blender. Powder blends nicely on a damp sponge. Like that. Do my face. And I like to blend the powder into my skin. I don't like to really set a whole bunch of powder on top of my skin. I like to really blend it into my skin. You see that? I don't like to put all my cream products on first a lot of times because I feel like they start to kind of blend together too much and you can't really see the different levels of color. And this powder isn't too matte. It's nice for dry skin. And get a little bit under here. And a little bit on the chin. Less is more. Okay. Now I'll do a little bit of warming up my skin. And I like to, a lot of times, use another foundation. So there's contour products, there's bronzing products, of course, but I found that for the most natural, beautiful look is using a different foundation that's meant for, you know, a seamless kind of finish. So I like to take, this is the Too Faced Born This Way, the same foundation in Spiced Rum. And I just like to take a little bit of that. So I like to get a synthetic brush like this. I think I got this off of Amazon, but it's a little synthetic brush and I like this to place where I want my contour to be. So I have a natural contour and I like to kind of follow that and I'll just stipple it. And I like a contour under my cheeks because I have high cheekbones. So I like to really emphasize my cheeks because I think I have really pretty cheeks. So I'll set that there. Go to the other side. Following my natural contour, and I like to bring it down just a little bit more. And honestly, this isn't really contour, this is bronzer. It's more warm toned. Cool tone is contour. It has a little bit of a gray undertone, which I don't really like for my skin. I like a nice warm situation. And then I'll take a little bit on my forehead. And again, it's foundation, so it's not like I'm just like looking too muddy or just too crazy. I'm putting light foundation on my forehead, but it's looking like contour. I like to do that, and then I like to take the excess. I don't like to go in with another handful, but I like to take the excess, and I like to lightly carve out where I want my nose placement to be. It just adds a little bit of something. And then I like to take my beauty blender, and I like to blend what I just did. Okay, and then to make that all cohesive, I like to take an actual bronzer, and this is the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami. And I like to take this angled brush here. This is the Sephora brush, and this is the Pro Angled Brush. And this is a blush brush, but I like to use it for contour because it really gets in those defined areas. And Mocha Mami, don't be scared of it. I was scared of it at first because it's kind of really red toned, but it just adds such a beautiful warmth to my beautiful skin. I just like to seal that in. And then to seal the rest of the face and to blend the rest of the face to kind of make everything go together, what I like to use is a big old fluffy brush, and I like to use this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, an oldie but a goodie. And I like to just do like a light little situation, and this is in dark. So they have deep dark, dark, all those other ones, mediums. This is just so that my makeup doesn't transfer as much. I really don't need a lot of powder because I'm dry skinned, so, but that'll work. So I did that. Okay, so next I am going to add my secret ingredient. So this is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in C6. And so we've already set the under eye, but this is like a next step to make it look very flawless and very airbrushed. So I'm gonna find a brush to use. And I like to use like a eyeshadow brush for this. Okay, so I like to use any eyeshadow brush, and what I like to do is take some of this and put it under like so. And this just adds that extra snatchness, that extra coverage, that extra beatness to the face. And look at the difference. Look at that. Add a little bit more. And I like to really emphasize right under that eye pocket, because the key to making your eyes look brighter is to highlight under the dark circle, not on top of it. You want to play with the dimensions. So yeah, big difference. It's kind of like the finishing touch that I love so much that I actually don't see a lot of people doing. So that'll be our little secret. And you can always throw this in your purse as a little touch-up if you're gonna be out for a long time. And this is a foundation, so it does have coverage, but it's a pretty coverage. So then I like to add some blush. And this is my all-time favorite blush. This is the Sephora Colorful. This is in Hot Flush number 13. And this blush is so pretty on my skin tone. So really I'm just going to, oh, well, here's my blush brush. So this is my favorite blush brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it is in the blush brush, I guess. And I like to dab this in here. I like a lot of blush. Blush is the first thing to go on your skin when you put makeup on, so I like to really pack it on. And I go all the way up. And this is very fluffy. I love, this is my favorite part. I go crazy with the blush. I love to put it on my nose too. Give me that little like innocent little look. And then the other side. And then as a finishing touch, we'll do a lip. And this is the Morphe Bite Me pencil. And I'll outline my lips. I love me a brown lip liner. And then for my new favorite lip gloss, it's in my purse from yesterday, are these Buxom lip glosses. You guys, this is the full-on plumping lip cream. And I don't use it for the plumping effects, but this will stay glossy for hours. So this is in the shade White Russian, and it's very pretty. It is a little bit sticky. It does have a little bit of a, it tastes good though. It tastes like vanilla and mint, which I really like. And just rub that in. And I do have a beauty elixir that I spray on my face, but I'm not gonna go get it. I have the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. Use any setting spray, honestly. And I'll just go in, tie everything together. And that is my go-to look. Simple, yet effective. And I didn't add any kind of eyeliner, mascara under my eye, any kind of eyeshadow under my eye. I just kept it really light and fresh, which I really like that kind of look. I feel like, me personally, when I add mascara, it just kind of darkens the look. It darkens the eyes. And when I'm having, when I'm going out somewhere or I'm gonna be in daylight, you know, people can really see the quality of my makeup. I like to keep everything fresh, because then, you know, you start to get the, you know, the little crumblies, or you start to bleed inside the eye, and there's just too much. So I like to keep it light and fresh. And this is the finished look. So if you like this look, give it a thumbs up. And I hope to do more looks for you guys. I'm gonna take this off. And I would love to do more looks for you guys, so let me know what you would like to see. So thank you for watching. Bye.